Hello, everybody, and welcome to the second session of the 2021 Community Tourism Spotlight Series. My name is Colin Heffernan, Economic Development Coordinator for the town of Conception Bay South, and I'm joined today by some great panelists who want to share with you information and knowledge about their tourism operations. This session will assist you in seeking out tourism experiences when the weather isn't so great, or if you're a big fan of air conditioning, or if you just like big fans. For those of you joining us live today, please use the chat function to send in any questions or comments. The panelists and I will be answering questions at the end of the presentations. Just wanted to give everybody a chance to have a look at sort of what some of our thinking is here at the town of Conception Bay South with regards to our tourism sector. Conception Bay South has a strong tourism ecosystem. It's home to key destinations and attractions like Manuel's River, Ocean Quest Adventures, and a host of diverse trail systems, in addition to a number of indoor visitor experiences and places that you can go to get some food and beverage that make up a really strong tourism sector. The efforts of our town and the efforts of its tourism committee have been focused on marketing these tourism assets through a number of in-house publications and resources. We broker connections with businesses and tourism operators to encourage creation of listings on newfoundlandlabrador.com. We find opportunities for tourism experience development in nature-based, culture-based, and food and beverage activities. All of these efforts go towards our goal, which is to position Conception Bay South as the #1 day trip destination on the Northeast Avalon. For those of you who missed last week's session, we want to do a quick rundown of our discussion points from our June 10th session, which was titled Navigating Experiences and Visitors. We provided, myself and sustainability coordinator here at the town, Brandon Cooney, provided some extensive trail information for folks to have a look at. We talked very in detail about 7 different trail networks that are here in the town and are extremely popular, and we're very happy to promote them as they are a big anchor and a big part of our tourism sector development. We spoke about events, where to find information, specifically directing people towards Manuel's River event calendar and also the town of Conception Bay South event calendar found on our website. We spoke about parks, playgrounds, boat launches in the town. Brandon shared a bunch of information about heritage experiences located here in the town on a wide range of different subjects. And the last thing we looked at was the tourism resources that exist here in the town. So we have maps, we have itineraries, we have a snapshot for business and frontline staff, and of course our website and social media resources that we have here at the town. Recording of this session is available on our town's YouTube channel. We ask you to please subscribe. You can go to YouTube and you can search the town of Conception Bay South, and you will find our first session recording right there on our account, I guess you'd say. Today's contributors, I guess the agenda for today's session, we're going to hear from some indoor tourism experience operators here at the town. So we're going to hear from Hangout, Mike McDonald, one of the co-owners there. We'll hear from Madison Acker, she's with Manuel's River. Keith Bartlett, one of the co-owners of Nine Penny Brewing, is going to show us around the shop a little tiny bit. I myself will be providing a little bit of insight about the town of Conception Bay South and sort of our resources and what kind of food and beverage operations we have here in the town. And then lastly, before we get into questions, we have a nice video from Riverdale Fun Center. Rod Hennessy was unable to make it today. He's the president of Bowling Canada. They're having their annual general meeting. So of course, with the bowling lanes at Riverdale Fun Center, Rod is heavily involved there with the bowling community here in Canada. But he has sent along a very great video for us to focus on and show some of the things he has on the go there. So that's our order of operations for today. Last couple of things I want to add with regards to housekeeping. Like we said, any questions you have for any of the panelists, enter it in the chat function. Once we finish, all contributions are finished, panelists are finished, we'll get into the questions if there are any. In the days following today's live session, we'll be posting the recording on our YouTube channel. And of course, we want to put out a little bit of promotion for our final session to be had on Thursday, June 24th at 12 p.m. And that one will be on Outdoor Adventures. So without further ado, I'd like to ask Mike McDonald, co-owner of the Hangout, to take down a tour of their amazing facility here in Conception Bay South.
For Conception Bay Highway, I'm going to show you where we are exactly here. Just past Manuel's River. sign up there. We're in the Plaza, 54 Conception Bay Highway. That's our new sign we just put up. We started selling Dippin' Dots not too long ago. And on the other side, we have our picnic lunches that we've been doing very well with. People seem very pleased. The sandwiches are amazing. And here is our unit at the end of Cherry Lane. There. We have some outdoor seating for your picnic lunches, your lattes, coffees, Dippin' Dots, what have you. Some more seating there. And as you go inside, we have, well, I'm going to put my mask on now for COVID procedures. You come in with your mask on. Everybody sanitizes their hands. Everything here is sanitized. I'll go into the room there once. But yeah, everything here is sanitized before you enter each individual personal room. It's just a little panoramic of our spot. It's a board game cafe, so we have a lot of board games here. We also have a Nintendo Switch there for kids to play on, adults alike. More seating, more board games. And of course, there's our Dippin' Dots that we just got. Our flavors, if you are sold out, because they are quite popular. And in here is one of our VR stalls, one of 3 we have. We just got some new stickers up. And there's hundreds of games there. You can do pretty much anything you can think of, we can put you into it. You can go travel the world and Google Earth. This is my co-owner, wife, better half, Stephanie Pinnell.
Hello.
And she just made this lovely lunch for us.
Our famous chicken apple brie sandwich.
Which I will eat very shortly. We sell, this is our menu there for the lunches, the sandwiches. We also sell small desserts, baked goods. Our party room over here. This is where we host parties, staff parties. And if you come back here, we have 2 more VR rooms. One there and one there. So there you have it, guys. This is the hangout.
Mike, love a good sandwich from the Hangout. They make everything extremely well, and everything is done for the customer there. It's a great place, awesome place. Open Tuesday to Sundays. Check them out on Instagram. Check them out on Facebook. Check them out on social media. They have a lot on the go there. Absolutely great place, great addition to our business community here in Conception Bay South. And they were awarded with the Downtown CBS Member of the Year for 2020. Great accomplishment for new business here in town. Again, thank you, Mike. Next on our presenter list, I'd like to invite Madison Acker to show some of the indoor attractions, some of the indoor activities going on at Manuals River. Whenever you're ready, Madison.
So my name is Madison. I'm the education manager at Manuals River. So I'm sort of in charge of running our tourism programs, our public education programs, programs where you can come and maybe learn a thing or two. So we have a variety of things that we offer to people that are indoors. We tend to like to focus on the outdoor in the summer and tend to be more indoors in the winter, but we definitely do have a couple of fun things that you can do on a rainy day. So I'll highlight a couple of those for you here today. Pretty much everything I mentioned here today is already available for booking on our website. So check it out there. If it's not, it'll be up probably by the end of this week. So pretty much booking all the way through to the end of the summer there now. So we'll just go through a couple of things. First of all, of course, we've got our exhibits, and our exhibits are open Wednesday to Sunday. The building itself is open from 10 until 5, and then we have 5 different slots during that time when you can come in and get a tour. We're also open late on Thursdays, so the building is open until 8, and we offer tours late at 5:30 and 6:45. Now, it's not absolutely essential that you get a tour, but you do sort of have to come through the building at those specific times, and that's because our exhibits are fully interactive, And we want people to be able to touch things and push the buttons and really get that interactive experience. And so in order to do that, we have to make sure that people are going through at set specific times and that we have time to go in and sanitize in between. So we just ask that you let us know that you're coming and you come from one of those specific times, and then you really get the best experience of the exhibits. Children are very much welcome. That's sort of part of the whole idea of it being interactive, is we want the kids to be able to come and touch all of the stuff and pick up our magnifying glasses. So it's $8.50 for adults, $5 for those kids unless they're under the age of 4, special rate for seniors and families. So if you are up to 4 kids and 2 adults, you can get our family rate. So what do you find at our exhibits? Well, we've got some pretty impressive fossils, sort of on the world stage. They would be considered impressive fossils, so they are really worth a visit. And there's a pretty incredible story behind how those fossils were sort of found and collected here on the river, the story of Dr. Riccardo Levisetti, and it's really worth hearing. So if you haven't been down to learn about the rocks and the fossils yet, definitely come and check us out. If you have been to Manuels River in the past, it might still be worth visiting us again this year because we have updated our history and human heritage section. So we've got a brand new mural by a local artist where you can sort of seek out all sorts of little things that she's hidden in it. And we have a new little playhouse for the kids and things like that. So we are expanding and we're open for business. So please come and check us out, even if you have been before. And while you're there, of course, you can check out the cafe. So the cafe is open whenever the building is open. That would be 10 to 5 Wednesday to Sunday, and open late on Thursdays. There's a couple pictures here of some of that really delicious food that Mike and Cynthia are making. But in general, we've got coffee and treats, soup and sandwiches, and authentic Mexican food. So tacos, burritos, tostadas, all that good stuff. Now you're also welcome to join us for a workshop. In the summer, our workshops are kind of hybrid indoor-outdoor. So what we're doing for this summer are the Wild Wednesday workshops. We had our first one of the summer already this month. It was really popular. It was a lot of fun. Essentially, we go for a hike out on the trails to learn about the edible plants that grow along the river. And then we go back to the center and we learn how to turn those into cocktails. So the next one coming up is August, and then we'll have another one in September. Those are $35 per person, and that gives you all your supplies. You get to drink the cocktail that you make, and if you're lucky, the bartender might make you a second cocktail, so you get to try 2. So it's a lot of fun. We partnered last time with the Newfoundland Distillery Company out in Clark's Beach, and they made some really tasty cocktails for us. So definitely check that one out, and we will get the information about that one up on the website soon. And we have a giant floor map of the province. So it's 11 meters by 18 meters. It takes up a pretty sizable chunk of our building, but it's a really remarkable tool for learning about the history and geography of the province. So you get to kind of walk all over the province, explore all of the little towns and the islands and the nooks and crannies. And we have interactive activities for people of all ages, so adults, kids, groups. That will be available on Wednesday afternoons all summer long. It'll just be included in the price of admission. But again, we just ask that you let us know that you're coming so that we can sort of make sure bubbles are coming in together, and then it's more interactive and you get to sort of pick up the measuring tools and use them. Finally, we do have an indoor theater, and we will keep our Baby and Me movies going all summer. So that's every second Friday at 2 p.m. $5 a person, and it's just sort of a nice, relaxed, laid-back, infant-friendly environment where you can come and watch a relatively new movie with your baby with you. You know, so if you're taking care of a baby, if it's yours, moms, dads, grandparents, all caregivers are welcome. And this is our movie schedule for the next couple of weeks. So we have the next one coming up on June 25th. Then we'll have 2 in July, and we've already picked our first one for August. So it gives you sort of an idea. So they're new-ish movies. They're generally 2020 or 2021 releases. And that's about it for me. If you need more information, you can visit our website, you can email us, or you can give a call to the front desk and they'll have all the info you need. Thanks.
Awesome. Thank you, Madison. That was a great introspective and a great look at what's going on at Manuels River in terms of the indoor activities. I've never seen the floor mat before, so I'm probably going to have to drop in, grab a lunch at Frida's and see if I can get in and get a look at that floor mat and really place where all my haunts in Newfoundland and Labrador are. Next up on our list of panelists, we are going to hear from Keith Bartlett at Nine Penny Brewing. Keith, whenever you are ready.
Well, thanks very much for having us. I got to say, we're thrilled to be a part of this. There's so many great venues in CBS, both indoors and outdoors, and just so many great people that we couldn't be happier to both be a part of this and part of this community. It really is a great spot for people to visit and have a good time, either indoors or outdoors. As Colin mentioned, I'm Keith Bartlett. I'm one of the co-owners of Nine Penny Brewing here at 75 Conception Bay Highway in CBS. We're a little craft brewery that opened our doors in 2019. We've been slowly expanding ever since. When we opened, we were relatively small, taproom only. Now we have some packaged product out on shelves. It gives people more options for takeaway. A lot of people ask, what is a craft brewery? So we brew all of our beer here on premises, right from grain to glass, and I'll show you that process a little bit later on as part of a tour. We have fresh beers and rotating beers and new crazy ideas that are coming out every month. And we offer a laid-back environment. Part of the things we wanted to offer with the tap room is it's a combined tasting room and a English-style pub vibe. So it gives you a relaxed atmosphere that you can come out with friends. You can chat, you can see live music, you can take advantage of trivia nights and other indoor activities, and just really have a good time out with some of the people closest to you. We have bike access right off the trailway, so we always like to encourage activity and some of the ecotourism options available in CBS. You can bike right in from St. John's, Mount Pearl surrounding area, straight down the trailway and set up in our bike racks and have yourself a taster. Speaking of tasters, so what do you do in a tasting room? Well, we do offer pints like you would get at most restaurants, but we also offer what we call flights. They're small 4-ounce samples for those who just can't decide or want to be able to get the best of what we have to offer. We have our pints for $8 and our flights are $2.50 a sample. So you get 4, which would be the equivalent size of a pint for $10, and lets you try a little bit of everything we have. We have lots of activities going on, even through COVID times. We found ways to keep all of our COVID protocols tight, keep everyone safe, and be able to offer things like trivia, live music nights. We do have a food truck on site that's always cooking up something special, and we partner with them for special events too. As we get into reopening plans, we're planning to start re-implementing some of the items that we were working on for tourism previous to COVID, things like brewery tours, prepping charcuterie boards for people to be having on site, and of course, special events and special beer releases. Always check our social media. There's always something new happening at Nine Penny, and we're always letting you know about it through our Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Speaking of our protocols, so we are at reduced capacity now with COVID. That helps keep all of our customers and staff safe. We do regular comprehensive cleaning. Being a brewery, we know all about cleaning and keeping everything sanitary, so our staff is well versed in that. We do seat people in bubbles, so we do recommend that you call ahead to our tap room and book your table. You can certainly walk in as well, but we will seat you at a particular table and make sure that we keep that separation. And if you happen to drop in and we are full, we do have takeaway options as well, which you will also see in the short walk around. Our hours, we are open at noon every day from Wednesday through Sunday, and we do stay open late on Fridays and Saturdays until midnight. So that allows you to take in any of the events that we have going. Usually we focus on those Friday, Saturday nights as well. So without any further ado, I'll flip this camera around and I'll give you a little tasting of what we have to offer here. So as we walk in through our front door here, over to this side is where we have our takeaway. So you can walk in completely separate from the sit down area. We do have a physical barrier so that you're perfectly separated and your social distance maintained. We have our cooler with all of our takeaway options. As we come back into the tap room here, you can see our layout that we have. All of our tables, we keep them spaced out and are regularly sanitized down in between every customer that we have. We have spaced out seating at our bar as well, so that if we have anyone coming in as a single or a small party, we're able to set them up there. And we have our taps lined off across the wall with all of the beer offerings and the rotating menu on display up top there. Here's where the magic happens. This is something that we will be getting back into in the reopening tour. Our reopening is brewery tours themselves. We do have the big comprehensive tour that's far too long for a short demonstration like this, but I'll give you a little high level idea of what happens here. So you can see we're actually getting ready for a brew day right now. We have bags and bags of grain on the floor here ready to pop into the grain mill that you see behind. In that mill, we crush all that grain and bring it over here into what's called a mash tun. That's just a big old fancy word for where we're going to soak that grain in hot water at about 65 degrees Celsius. That extracts all the sugars that we need to turn it into beer. We move it over here into this boil kettle. We'll add in the hops for both flavoring and to balance out all the sweetness of that malty sugar water we've pulled out of the grains. After that's boiled for about an hour, we chill through a plate chiller here that's underneath our brew deck, and we recover all of that water. It uses counterflow water, so we recover that water that we use for chilling so that we can use that into a future batch as part of our sustainability efforts. From there, we go into one of these 3 fermenters on the floor. We do have space reserved for more, but right now we ferment in 3 of these fermenters. It'll take about anywhere between 2 and 3 weeks, depending on the normal beer. Some of them might take a little longer if we're doing a lager, but most of our ales will be 2 to 3 weeks. We then move over into this bright tank. That's where we let everything carbonate and clarify. And once that guy's done, it'll take about 24, 48 hours till we're fully happy with how clear he is or how carbonated he is. We run over into either kegs that you can see over in the back here, or our brand new canning line. We're very excited about this. This is what's allowed us to get out into corner stores and NLCs across the province. This is our brand new canning line where we're able to put out a very high quality product that's very shelf stable. So it's something that people can really look forward to taking with them on hikes around CBS, on a little bike run, and of course, make sure that you're consuming responsibly and making sure that you don't pop anything till you get back home. All right, last piece we got is over into the cold room. This is where we have all the magic storage. We've just gone out on delivery, so there's not a whole lot left right now. We're waiting for another couple of packaging runs next week. But these are the guys right here. Look out for them on the shelves, corner stores, or just pop into the brewery, and we always keep a good selection in here as well. That is it for me, Colin. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Keith. A very informative look at how your beer is made. And I'm very excited to be able to take part in a full-blown brewery tour at our local brewery here, local craft brewer for sure, once we get back into a less COVID centric time, I guess you'd say. Allow me to pop the screen back up here for a screen share so we can talk to you guys about food and beverage experiences here in Conception Bay South. In Conception Bay South, there's a number of food and beverage experiences that cater to the taste of a wide range of visitors. We have a community here in Conception Bay South that features restaurants that have authentic Mexican, like Frida's, as Madison has said, authentic Chinese, such as Dragon 88, and your classic Newfoundland fare that you can find at places like Seaside Restaurant, Welcome Home Lunchbox, Tiny's, a number of different places. We have seaside patios. We have intimate bistro settings. For the on-the-go crowd, we have food trucks. We have food you can pick up. You can go find a beautiful picnic area or a park here in our town to enjoy while you eat. We have restaurants here in our town that are situated on heritage properties. You can get a great meal, and you can also get a history lesson about the development of our community. Our food and beverage sector here in Conception Bay South, it doesn't just include restaurants. We have specialty food stores here in the town, like Doughboys Bakery, I should say. A lovely facility with a very interesting facade that is sure to be great for a quick sweet treat, a slice of pizza, and also a photo opportunity. We have authentic local shopping experiences like Taylor's Fish, Fruit, and Vegetable Market. We have a number of garden stands here in Conception Bay South that are very popular. We have very loyal followings in their neighborhood. Once the late August, September harvest period comes through, they're extremely popular here in the town. As a result of that, and as a result, I guess, of our agricultural heritage, we here at the town are going to be planning an itinerary for the end of August to release, which will be a vegetable garden stand. So we'll be able to tell you directions, provide civic spaces there, that kind of item. and then we'll be able to get people out there to enjoy what we enjoy out here. As well, we have a number of beacon businesses in the food and beverage sector. As you can see in our photo on the screen there, we have Berg's here in the town, longtime business that quite popular here in the Northeast Avalon. And again, of course, Taylor's Fish, Fruit, and Vegetable Market. There's a number of food and beverage options here at the town of Conception Bay South. You could find a lot of information about our food and beverage resources in our food and beverage sector. You can look at newfoundlandlabrador.com. You'll find listings for operators and food and beverage operators. We're always looking to add more on that one. We also have an itinerary builder found on that website where you can include some of our local food and beverage operators and food and beverage providers. On our conceptionbaysouth.ca home website, under our business directory, you can find the food categories. We have a retail food category as well as a food and beverage category. You'll find locations, contact information, all kinds of items there. On our tourism map, you will find listings of TAP compliant food and beverage operators. And also on our new community tourism snapshot for businesses who are tuning in today, we have a QR code for quick access to that directory website page. We can take it direct right there. All your visitor, all your client has to do is just hover over, get the QR code up, and we can go from there. Now, our last item today, I just need to share my screen so that we can have a look at Riverdale Fun Center. They've got a short video that we want to include there, so allow me to pop that on there for everybody after I mute myself. Give me 1 second.
Welcome to Riverdale Fun Center, located at 939 Conception Bay Highway in the beautiful town of CBS. This venue, formerly known as Riverdale Lanes, has done some major rebranding, now incorporating Ramrod's Funhouse and Bunkers at Riverdale, all under the same roof. Right now, we are going to take you on a brief tour to show what Riverdale has to offer. We'll start just behind the building here, where you can find Riverdale Self-Storage. These storage units became a part of business operations at Riverdale in 2010 with 50 units, and has now since expanded to a total of 110 units. These units are equipped with top-notch security, as safety and security are always in mind at Riverdale. Moving inside here, we are going to take you to Riverdale's original attraction, which is the bowling lanes. These lanes, which have existed since 1989, are perfect for a night out with friends, a bit of fun with the family, or a children's birthday party. Alongside the lanes is Ramrod's Fun Spot. Ramrod's Arcade is a very new addition to Riverdale Fun Center that includes games and fun for all age groups alike. Test your hand with some old favorites such as skee ball and air hockey, or some new popular games such as Candy Crush. The arcade and bowling alley can be enjoyed by walk-in, by scheduled event, or as a birthday party. Finally, we have Riverdale's most recent addition, which is Bunkers at Riverdale. Bunkers offers a state-of-the-art golf simulator experience unlike any other on the Avalon. Their True Golf technology provides users with real-to-life golfing experiences and feedback. Bunkers is perfect for the experienced golfer looking to work on their game, and even beginners who just want to test out the game of golf. Stay tuned for men's and ladies' league offerings coming in the fall, and let's have a look at some live gameplay at Bunkers. We hope to see you soon at River Riverdale Fun Center.
Riverdale Fun Center is an awesome example here in the town of a business that is constantly looking for the next item that can take their business to the next level. And we're fortunate to have such an awesome place for folks to do activities that are great leisure activities and a lot of recreational fun for folks to go. Very quickly before we finish up for today, we just want to give everybody an idea about how people can interact with us as they experience some of these indoor activities. So of course, we want you to interact with us on our website or on our social media. Use our hashtags in your posts, hashtag CBS Trails. Explore CBS is another great one to have there. And of course, if you're here from late in the evening, you want to grab yourself a photo of a CBS sunset, please use the hashtag. As well, we want you to tag us in your posts, Facebook and Instagram. You can find us at Town of Conception Bay South. And on Twitter, we have a shorter handle, Town of CBS. On our YouTube channel, you can check out our trail video playlist. We also want you to have a look at previous sessions on our tourism community tourism spotlights as well. Contact us. You can reach out to us here at the Town of Conception Bay South. Our numbers are listed there. You can email us here at the Economic Development and Tourism Department at ecdev@conceptionbaysouth.ca. I've also put Brandon's name and phone number there just in case anybody wants to learn a little bit more about heritage and all those types of items. And lastly, a big thank you to our panelists today, Keith, Madison, Mike, and also Rod at the Fun Center. Excellent material today. A great look at what our community has to offer. And we're very diversified, and we're really happy that we have these amazing assets located within our community here. So thanks everybody for checking in today, for sticking with us. Join us next week for our final session in the Community Tourism Spotlight series. We'll be looking at some outdoor attractions, outdoor experiences you can have here in Conception Bay South. Everybody have a great day. And on behalf of the Town of Conception Bay South, enjoy the activities here in our community. All the best.